Hey, YouTube, what's up? I'm back here. Shout out to all the YouTubers out there. So I've got ideas that was just running through my head. I just wanna share. You know what I mean? Just take advantage of this technology and just drop it. Just drop it on you. Respect all the listeners. If you're feeling the content, you can hit the like button. I've got to ask, because you may not think about it. Hit the like button. You can subscribe. That would be dope, And it ain't about you necessarily following me like that. But, if you subscribe, then my videos come up. You'll get notified. And I can just keep making dope content for you, But, what I'm noticing is that the culture, and when I say culture, that's a relative word, right? Culture, community, culture, it's kind of just organizing people into sections in a way. But however, all of us, right? The whole thing is changing because the music has changed. I'm seeing a lot of dancing now, a lot of dance battles going back now. Like the violence, the actual gun violence is slowing down, which is a wonderful thing, everyone. Let's keep it going that way, right? Because we just have to stop that part of it, The media lied to us. It's all subjective, subconsciously, because when you're watching movies like Scarface, when you're watching movies like The Wire, when you're watching shows like, now I'm not trying to uproot the game for the producers and these other networks who profit off of these so-called gangster movies or violent movies, but that is what that whole Pied Piper theory is about. People start emulating what they consume. I mean, you are what you eat. If you're always listening to some violence, always watching violence, well, then you become violent, And that's not the way. But, a lot of guys are feeling like emasculated because, all right, a lot of us grew up. I mean, I knew my dad, although he passed away as a young man. He passed away. But I knew my father. He was a good man. He worked at a good company. That's a whole nother story. I'll get into that because the way that happened was terrible. But my point is, you don't have to be a tough guy. You don't have to be a tough guy. I don't walk around acting like a tough guy. But again, I said it in one of my other videos, don't get in my face because there's no off button. Let's just agree to disagree or settle our differences like men, and let it be that. I don't owe you shit. Excuse my language. You don't owe me anything. All right? If I bumped into you, excuse me, my fault. I don't want to fight because of that. If you bumped into me, same thing. I don't want to fight, even if you don't say excuse me, you might be an a-hole about it or rude about it. I'll let it slide, whatever. It was an accident, But, self-defense is one thing. But offense is something else. It's unnecessary. But I do like how, my point is, I do like how things are changing. The culture is being more creative in how we handle our differences. Put the guns down. Let that be something that we all start subscribing to. Like, you ain't got to, let's take it, hey, if it's got to go back to the hands, let's do it like that then. Let's just take it back to the hands. Nobody dies. Nobody gets, if you get knocked out, anybody who knocks somebody out, don't keep wailing on them. Just pull them to the curb safely and leave him there, all right? So he don't get run over or whatever. But don't, let's put the guns down. Put the guns down. And if need be, just take it back to the hands. That's fair. That's fair enough. Let that be the new thing, taking it back to the hands. And let's not get out of hand with that, because everything, you ain't got to fight about everything either, all right? Like, give me a break. But definitely put the guns down. Unless, again, that's all subjective about self-defense. Because if somebody breaks in your house or somebody puts a gun in your face, all right, what are you going to do? But, however, let's try to curb that gun violence, because too many unnecessary deaths are happening. When you could have just took it to the streets, man, by hands. I was watching a clip, 50 Cent, back in the day. I just saw it the other day. You probably seen it too. He looked like he was nice with him, and he was like, he had his hands up. You got to have your hands up, man. All right? And you got to keep your mouth closed. Don't be in a fight talking, because when you get caught with your mouth open, that's when you get knocked out, right? So he had his hands up, and he was standing his ground. However, he was moving, but he was standing his ground. And when dude came in vicinity, that's when he swung on him. And I was like, yeah, that's how you do it, right there, right there. Now, he missed the guy because the guy was in and out of the vicinity, but 50 Cent swung right there. I was like, okay, that's how you do it. That's how you try to connect the dots. But all right, so I was just saying, I appreciate how the culture's changing. Everybody's dancing. I like the brother. I see him on TikTok a lot, and I'm not trying to promote other channels on one channel. I think TikTok is a Chinese company, but however, the young the brother, they call him Ski Guy, but I don't call him Ski Guy. I call him Dimensional Man, because he's always hopping in and out of portals, but he's got that step, that Michael Jackson step, although it's not exactly Michael Jackson, but my man is nice with it. He's really nice with a young kid. But he's got the whole ski suit on with the helmet, and he looks like a guy from the future that's just jumping through portals. I like that, because that's where we're headed anyway, with all this content creation and robotics and everything. I did a video on robotics. I don't want to go there here. Again, this is general chat. I got to stay focused because I'll be jumping all over the place. But let's keep it clean. Let's just be more creative with this, because we ain't got long. All right? According to certain reports, we only got, after Donald Trump, we don't know what's going to be next. And I'm going to get on that too, because everybody was against Donald Trump. But I think he's going to do, making America great again is not what you think, black folks, okay? It ain't about bringing slavery back, all right? It's about opening up the pipeline for opportunity in this country. Now reparations and that whole discussion is relative. Again, I don't want to jump all over the place, but since I'm talking about culture and community, I just thought I'd mention it. Or matter of fact, you know what? I'll just hold it, make a separate video on that. All right, but I appreciate it. Like the video, share or subscribe. All right. All respect to you. Peace.